Good morning, students. Welcome back to Assimilate English with Sadaf. Today I'm going to teach you principles of effective communication. As you all know that communication is the essence of human life and society. People all the time are engaged in communication and there are various ways to make communication effective. So, following are the essential principles of effective communication. As you all can see in this picture, these are the list of principles that we are going to learn for making our communication more effective and better to understand. So, let's get started. The first principle is principle of clarity. A message should be clear, free from distortion and noise. A vague message is not only a barrier to creating effective communication but also causes the delay in communication process, and this is one of the most important principles of effective communication. So your message should be clear, it should not be vague. Vague means it should not be confusing, it should not let any doubt in the mind of the reader. If the message is clear, you will get the feedback very quickly and as desired by you. So the next principle is principle of brevity. Brevity means principle of conciseness, principle of briefness. Your message should be brief and concise. It should not be long. A communication should be brief, that is, just necessary and sufficient. Repetition and over-explanation are likely to destroy the actual meaning and importance of the message. Moreover, the reader may feel disturbed by receiving a long messages. You may experience these type of messages on WhatsApp. We don't read the long messages on WhatsApp, but we do read the short and brief messages on WhatsApp. So it's a human tendency, it's a human psychology. So your messages should always be very brief and clear. Next is principle of simplicity. Message should be given using simple and familiar words. Vague and technical words should be avoided. Simple words are easy to understand and help the receiver to respond quickly. There are many people who loves to use complex and new words, but that's not the way of effective communication. If your reader doesn't understand your new words, your complex words, then your communication is failed. So, we should always use simple language that is easily understood by the receiver and the reader. Fourth principle is principle of timeliness. Communication is meant to serve a specific purpose. If communication is made in time, communication becomes effective. If it is made untimely, then it may be useless. Let me give you one example. If you want to send somebody a message, a very urgent message, but the time is not proper, it is midnight, you will not get the response. So you have to select proper timing. I will give you your example. If you fail to submit your assignment on time, you may lose some marks on timely submission or on punctuality. So timing is also very important. If you want to talk to someone but that person is busy in a meeting and busy with some other work, you should not disturb the person. Otherwise, you will not get the desired feedback or the person may not listen you carefully. So time is very, very important in effective communication. Sorry. Next principle is principle of compass. The communication net should over the whole organization. The concerned people must know what exactly they need and when they need it, and effective communication will serve the search. So the principle of compass is very important in the whole process of effective communication. The concerned people must know what exactly they need and when they need it. Next is principle of integrity. Communication should consider the level of people, principle and objectives of an organization to create a network or chain. Such a network will provide a better feel of internal and external communication. So the integrity word itself is saying the unity, oneness. So when you feel one in an organization, when you will be equally treated in the organization, then the communication plays a very vital role in creating a good atmosphere in the organization, and every work done will be a successful one. Next is principle of strategic use of Formal organization. The most effective communication results when manager use the informal organization as complementary to formal communication. Example, arranging sports, cultural function and dinner for the employees can be formal organization. As I've told you in the previous principle that unity is very very important. So, the principle of strategic and use of informal organization plays a very pivotal role and very important role in enhancing the good atmosphere at the workplace. Next is principle of feedback. This is very important because the whole success of communication is depends on feedback, and if you follow all the previous principles of effective communication, then you will definitely receive a very positive feedback and respond. To provide a message to the receiver is not a complete communication. The response from the receiver is essential. As you all know that without feedback, your communication cycle is incomplete. Therefore, feedback is required for communication to be effective, and to complete your communication, feedback is must. Next principle is principle of alternativeness. Effective listening is important in communication. Otherwise, communication will be ineffective and useless. So we have to be all the time alert when we are talking to somebody. And the last principle is principle of language control. The sender should be careful in selecting proper words and forming sentences. Words and structured sentences are the keys to making effective communication. As I've told you, there are some people who loves to make things complex. Okay, so it's not important to use complex words, big words, good vocabulary. But in order to get feedback and response quickly, we need to, be very much alert while using words, grammar, and the structure of the sentence. Clauses should be avoided. We should write in active voice, short sentences, and message should be brief and language should be easy to understand. So that's the beauty of your message, and that's the beauty of designing the message. Then it will become easier for the receiver to decode the message, to interpret the message, and design the feedback. So that's all the 10 important principles of effective communication. Let me also tell you that this is your assignment number 4, importance of effective communication. So you can write all these important principles of effective communication. You don't just have to write these principles, but you have to use these principles while designing your message in future. All the best and stay home, stay safe. Thank you.